All right, you should have this paper. Doing this paper, I'm going to read you the story about that. You should have this out. I'm going to read this poem. You should also have this paper. They're going to make a little mini book, and you should have the beginnings. I have mine all together here of this book that I'm going to fold and put together and read part of it each day. The fishing trip. We'll do that each day. So I'm just going to fold this in half. If you were in class with me, I would have folded it and put some staples in there to hold it together for you. And so hopefully your parents can do that for you. We're going to read it each day. Okay, so we are going to talk about, I'm going to read you my story. It's called The Island Getaway, The Sandy Trails, the Vic Family. So you can look at your paper or mine. I'm going to clip mine up on my little board for you here. Let me move this around a little bit so you can see a little better. All right, and I'm going to read to you my story about the Vic family. It looks like Sam. Do you remember the characters? Remember Sam, Josh, and what was the other little girl's name? Kate, right? Kate. So let's find out what Sam, Josh, and Kate are doing. So island guesses. Listen to find out the name of the island. Ooh, so let's find out. So go ahead and look at the picture and I'll read you the story. It says, Dad got into the car, swinging the key to the beach house in his fingers. He had just picked it up at the rental agency. Let's see how our favorite beach house looks this year, he said with a wink. Shouts of excitement filled the van as the Vicks drove to number 2 Palm Boulevard on the Isle of Palms. Every year they tried to see who would get the first glimpse of the ocean. This year, Mom had seen it first as they had driven across the huge new bridge on the island. They could hardly wait to walk down to the water. Let's go in and look around first, Dad suggested as they parked at the house. Look, they fixed the porch, shouted Sam, who had raced ahead. This is my favorite place to see the ocean, Mom said. The whole family crowded together on the screen porch to see the view. As they walked through the house, Josh and Sam claimed the bedroom with the twin beds, and Kate and Belle took the one with the double bed. This is great, said Dad. Everyone come and help unload the van, and then we'll see about going down to the beach. Sam grabbed a sand pail, and Mum brought some cups to use for collecting shells. She knew Josh and Kate would be bringing her shells to keep. When they got to the end of the boardwalk, they noticed that the tide was low, so there was a lot of sand to explore. Kate and Sam ran right out to meet the waves, but Josh was a little timid. Timid is another word for like shy. Like he was a little bit timid, like a little bit afraid of the waves. Mom and Dad took his hands and walked with him down to the water. When the wave rushed in, Mom and Dad lifted Josh up until his legs began kicking to get in. It didn't take him long to figure out what to do. Kate and Josh gathered shells and put them in the cups Mom brought. Here's one that looks like money, Kate said. You're right, Kate. We don't see many silver dollars these days, but they're about the same size as this shell. They probably have a big scientific name, but we call them sand dollars. Josh and Kate left their collections with Mother and joined Sam, who was already making towers for the sandcastle. They took dozens of trips with wet sand packed in the cups and made a sand fence all around the castle. Sam was building. Dad kept Belle from helping since she would knock the sand over. Kate got an idea. She ran back to Mother for the cups of shells. She put shells in a line to make a trail into the front gate of the nearly finished castle. Finally, they sat back to enjoy their hard work. Several seabirds swooped down to take a look at the Vic's castle on the beach. Don't get too attached to your handiwork because soon the tide will come in and the waves will wash all of it away. We can build a new one next time, explained Dad. As they left the beach for supper, the waves had just started to lap the edges of the castle wall. The next day, the Vicks went further out into the water and dug in the sand with their toes and found some sand dollars. The lady at the rental office had told them how to find the sand dollars. They weren't pretty and white like the ones in the gift shop. So the Vicks set them out in the sun for the sun to bleach. Belle loved the waves. She and Sam would run through them making big splashes. Belle would bark and jump up and down as she watched Dad and Sam ride the rafts to shore on the waves. The week went by quickly, but the days were filled with fun and relaxation. Too soon it was time to return the key to the rental agency. Did you have a good time? Asked the lady at the desk. We certainly did, exclaimed Mom. And thank you for telling us how to find sand dollars. We look forward to returning to our home away from home next year. So it sounds like they had a really good vacation, huh? Let me ask you some questions, see if you're paying attention. What? Oh, here's a good one. What was the name of the island the Vicks were visiting for the summer vacation? Did you catch the name in the beginning? Isle of the Isle of the Palms. Said that in the beginning. It said the kind of says shouts of excitement filled the van as the Vicks drove to number 2 Palm Boulevard on the Isle of Palms. That was the name of the um, island that they went to. I think you guys probably didn't catch that. All right. How do you suppose the island got its name? The Isle of Palms. What's usually what kind of trees do you see? Palm trees, right? So probably because of the palm. The island had a lot of palm trees. Have the Vicks been to the Isle of Palms before? Can you tell from reading the story? Have they been there before? Yes, because they always have a contest to see who will be the first one to see the ocean. Remember, and who saw it first this year? I think is that my next question. Nope. They don't ask who saw it first this year. Mom, right? Mom saw it. Who was afraid of the waves at first? Who was afraid? Who was timid? Josh, right. And why did Dad tell the children not to get too attached to their sandcastle? Why do you say don't get too attached to that sandcastle you built? Because the castle would soon be covered with the high tide because the waves would wash it away. Right. What did Kate use to make stepping stones to the sandcastle? What did she have an idea and use? She used the shells. They looked like little miniature stepping stones. It's always fun to decorate your castles with some shells when you're at the beach, huh? And what are some of the other things the Vicks did for fun? They rode the waves, remember on their little rafts, and they dug for sand dollars. How were the sand dollars they found different from the ones in the gift shop? I don't know if you guys are familiar with sand dollars. They're what you usually see them in a gift shop. They'll have them for like Christmas ornaments and stuff you can buy at the beach. I don't think I have one that I could show you. I mean, I've seen them, but they're usually white. Well, people clean them. You normally find them they're brown, and then they set them out in the sun to um, bleach them, or you put bleach on them. Then you have to clean them to make them white. So what did the Vicks do to make their sand dollars white? They set them out in the sunshine. And where did the sand dollars get their names? How'd they get their name? They're about the size of a silver dollar, so they're not like really, really big. All right, well, let's get our paper out here. It says, circle the sandcastle made by the Vicks. So we're looking at the two pictures here. Whoops, bumped my. You're looking at these two pictures. Which one did the Vicks make? If you're looking at the picture up here, which one looks like the one they made? This one. Right, so you're going to circle this one. And then down below here, which you can go back and do this later, it says, draw a sandcastle that you would like to build. So think about what kind of sandcastle that you would make, and you can draw one there. You can do that a little later. Let's just flip this over and I'm going to do some compound words. We have C, so copy C and write C, copy shell and write shell, and then you're going to put them together as seashell. Make the word seashell, compound word. So go ahead and trace those and write those. I'll give you a couple minutes. Get the pages out ready for us. So you're making compound words. So we have C and shell, and we have seashell for a compound word. And that's what Kate is holding up to her ear in the picture, huh? And then here next to hopscotch, it says write a compound word. Well, what you're doing is copying. You're going to put these together. Heel, top to make one word. Well, let me, you know what, I'll use my red marker and I'll show you what I want you to do. You're not leaving any spaces between them because you're making a compound word. So heel, top should look like this. No spaces. Heel, top. You're combining the two. Same with sunset. I'll write it on here for you also. Sun, set. No spaces, but no finger spaces because you're putting them together and making a compound word. So we have heel, wrote on there. Have heel top and sunset. Okay. And I'll give you another little minute there to finish writing that. Hopefully I'm giving you enough time. And then we'll say our words together. Down here where it says read our new word. What's our new word? One. So let's do our little hop. Ready? One. Who want they splash? All right. Well, I didn't quite hit they there, did I? There, it's a little better. A little bit hard trying to reach over with that marker. All right. And you can finish drawing your sandcastle picture a little later. Okay. Next up, we're going to look at this picture. If you just want to look at mine, you can. You might have yours out that you can. We're going to read the poem. Okay, so it's in the back of your book. And there's a lot of color words on there. Unit 7. So I'll point to each line as I read it, so you know where help you recognize some words, and hopefully you can see. Okay, so it says, what is pink? A rose is pink. Oh, I didn't even read the title. I'm sorry. The name of the title is What is Pink? All right, we'll go down. Let's start. So let me start over. What is pink? A rose is pink. By the fountain's brink. Well, look at all these color words. What is red? A poppy's red. So just look at the picture. A poppy is a flower. Fountain's brink. There's the fountain. Has, I guess, some pink water coming out of it, huh? All right, let's go back up here. In its barley bed. What is blue? The sky is blue. Where the clouds float through. So you see the blue sky. They don't have much up there for it, do they? What is white? A swan is white, sailing in the light. There's our swan. All right, next we have, what is yellow? Pears are yellow. The pears, normally I think of pears, I think of green, but they have them yellow. Rich and ripe and mellow. So, some can kind of be, they look like they're greenish yellow though, huh? All right, what is green? The grass is green. With small flowers between. So there's flowers in the grass. What is violet? Clouds are violet. What color is violet? Do you know what violet is? What color it is? Purple. Violet is purple, right? And you can see there's like a little bit of purple on the clouds. Normally you don't And there's some back here too. Normally you don't think of purple and clouds. So I'm about to, in the summer twilight, what is orange? Why an orange? Just an orange. So there's an orange. And the name of the author that wrote this poem was Christina Rossetti. She wrote it. And the poem had some rhymes in it. So poems usually rhyme. So it's a good poem, huh? And this just tells your parents some of the things that we did, or we already did some of those. So, all right. So let's get out next. What I want to do next before we start our little fish book is get this page out, and I want to make our little book. So you're going to cut across here. You can color these later. Just going to cut across. Maybe your parents already helped you cut across, make your little book. And you got to fold them in half, and we'll read them. Okay. So fold our two books in half, and on the front is a space for you to write your name. We're going to start with this one, the little dog's called Pup, right? The Pup. The Pup, write your name on the front. And we'll read together inside what it says about the pup. It says, here is Kip. These are all words you should be able to read by now. Kip is wet. So that's water. You make sure you color your water blue when you color Kip. There's his name on there too. Now let's read the back. Kip is in the tub. Oh my, he doesn't look like he's too happy to be in there. A lot of dogs don't like to get baths. I know my dog didn't. He would try to run away. All right, let's read Sam. Write your name on there. This little bear's name must be Sam. And you can color all this later. Just read it with me now. Sam is fun. Well, it looks like he's having fun, huh? He's blowing bubbles. Sam is big. Well, he's showing how tall he is, huh? Reaching his arms up. Sam is on the bed. And there's his name on his bed. Looks like he's jumping on the bed. He could fall off and get hurt. Should you jump on the bed? No. All right, those are our two little books for today. The last thing you need to get out is, you'll look here, this book here, The Fishing Trip. And our characters, and we're going to do up to page 6 today. So I don't know if your parents put this all together for you. If not, that's okay. Just you can look at my book. This will be a nice little book that you can keep. So who's our characters? We have Dottie, Hopper, and Hopscotch. And it looks like they're going in a boat on a fishing trip. So let's start from the beginning here. I'll hold it up, and you know what? I'm going to try to read it from my, it's hard to see those when it's backwards. All right, so it says the big plan, and I'll put my finger down by each row as I give you the pictures so you can learn who they are. Dottie put her bag in the truck. Next row. Hopper put his bag in the truck. Last row. Hopscotch put his bag in the truck. All right. Go to page 3. Page 3. Dottie had a chest of things to eat. Looks like she had a cooler there, huh? Hopscotch said, the lake has a lot of fish. We will eat fish. Right, said Hopper. We will eat fish. We must go get the boat, said Dottie. So she brought food, but they're saying, the other ones are saying, well, it looks like she has hot dogs in there, huh? Hot dogs and chips. All right, so let's go to page 4. All right, page 4. A tent went into the boat. A camping light went into the boat. 3 fishing poles went into the boat. 3 life vests went into the boat. All right, let's go to page 5. So it looks like that's the back of the truck, huh? Dottie went back to the truck. She found a spot for her chest. She did not tell Hopper. She did not tell Hopscotch. Why do you think she didn't tell them? She wanted to bring the food along, and they both told her what? Nah, we don't need it. We don't need it. But she thought, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it just in case. We'll see. See what happens. All right, and this is our last page for today. Page 4 on there. Page 6. Doesn't Hopper look so cute? He just looks so cute in that picture. All right. Hopper has a map. Turn here, said Hopper. There is the lake, said Dottie. It has lots of big fish, said Hopscotch. All right, and we will continue our story tomorrow with page 7 in the next chapters. There are different chapters. It's called A Day in the Boat. So we'll start with A Day in the Boat tomorrow. All righty. And that's it for our phonics. Oh, your handwriting page. I got to show you your handwriting page. Got one little handwriting page. This one, page 168. Kim went to the park. So you're going to do that one for today. Okay. Next is math, I believe. I think I got everything. Yep, I got everything covered for today. So next is math. So get your math. I don't know if we're doing 1 or 2 pages. I got to take a look at what we're doing. I'm not sure. 1 or 2 pages. I got to look it up. Oh, you know what? I think we're doing a little test. To look at it. Yes, a little math test. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So get your math test out next then, I guess.